Isaac Newton can be considered one of the most influential scientists in history, who throughout his 84-year life strived to enlighten people and enhance our understanding of this world and universe. In all historical books, Isaac Newton is ranked as the second most influential figure in human history, right between the names of the Islamic prophet and the Christian prophet, who occupied the third and first positions respectively. Many historical figures were only appreciated after their death, but this was not the case for Newton. People considered him a true legendary figure. Hi, I'm Mr. Red. Today we are going to discuss about Isaac Newton, the legendary. If you want to stay updated with our upcoming videos, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Also leave a comment to support us. In 1705, Newton was knighted by the Queen of Britain, and later became the first scientist to be buried in an area where all the deceased were from royal families. Of course, all this information can be easily found on the internet, but we want to delve deeper into this matter and examine the dark aspects of Isaac Newton's life. For years, Newton devoted his life to conducting highly secretive research, to the point that even the closest people around him knew nothing about it. If anyone found out what Isaac Newton was doing in his laboratory, they would likely end up imprisoned or executed, like some individuals before them. Newton's research was so dangerous and secretive that his descendants kept this information hidden for centuries, revealing it to the public 20 years after Isaac Newton's death. As we know, the birth of a baby is considered the happiest moment in a family's life, but for the Newtons it was entirely different. Isaac Newton's father, also named Isaac, passed away 3 months before his birth, and these unfortunate events did not abandon him just at the time of his birth, but also during his childhood. When Newton was only 3 years old, his mother left home to marry a clergyman and entrusted Isaac to his grandmother. However, this event also fueled Newton's intense hatred for his mother to the extent that many consider him to be a misogynist, and that's why he never married. It's interesting to note that his discoveries on gravity and other inventions were essentially side hobbies. When he took a break from his main pursuits of alchemy and religious studies, he would engage in those activities. Isaac Newton was a deeply religious person, but he regarded Jesus Christ as a normal human being, considering the worship of Jesus Christ as idolatry. Newton spent years unraveling the secrets of the Holy Scriptures through mathematics and probability, seeking to unveil a hidden secret that would reveal the lost knowledge about the nature of the world. For example, in a handwritten manuscript dating back to 7004 AD, Newton used clues he found in the Book of Daniel from the Old Testament to make scientific calculations about the end time. Although he couldn't determine the exact date, he predicted that this event would occur in 2060 AD. Newton believed that Jesus Christ would appear at that time and establish world peace. He stated that the Jews would return to the Holy Land, and the attempts to conquer it would lead to the War of Armageddon. Interestingly, alchemists of that time were striving to create antidotes for certain diseases and elixirs for eternal life, but Isaac Newton was fully immersed in his own experiments. Approximately 10% of his writing, equivalent to 1,000,000 words, consisted of his research on alchemy. Newton saw himself as chosen by the Lord. The greatest fear Newton had never materialized. He was not forgotten, and he was remembered as a hero at the time of his death. Surely his name will remain in people's mind after thousands and perhaps millions of years. On the centenary of Isaac Newton's birth, a man said Newton was not the first intellectual of his era, but he can be considered the last magician. What are your thoughts on this? Please leave a comment. Thank you for being with us so far. Goodbye until the next video, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel.